I mean, look, it was a hard foul. I don't think that Dijonai intentionally came out to get her across the neck like she did. But it did happen, and I thought it was the right call. But one of the things about Nay is that she's going to play her butt off, man. She's going to compete. Nobody's going to go walking in for a layup, and so I don't oppose the hard foul. But I also don't think that she intentionally went for the neck.
Yeah, so Carrington is a dirty player, probably the dirtiest player in the league. And then she has the audacity to go online right after her ejection and claim that she got ejected because of racism. She definitely learned well from Angel Reese. Whenever something goes against you, just pull out that race card. I think she's jealous of my natural blonde hair. She'll never have this hair. I literally got clotheslined in the air, and this clown has to turn it into race. Her level of IQ needs to be studied for generations. But anyways, it was an easy dub for us.
We need to have a genuinely serious and deeply uncomfortable conversation about what Stephanie White did at the post-game press conference following Dijonai Carrington's flagrant 2 foul on Sophie Cunningham. Because what happened...
Potential for injury without Sophie Cunningham in a vulnerable position in the air.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question why Sophie...
White privilege, she says. All right, well, let's talk about it. So Dijonai Carrington, this WNBA player here, just got ejected from a game for committing a flagrant 2 foul and immediately ran back to the locker room, grabbed her phone, and got onto social media to say that her ejection was caused by white privilege.
Carrington then...
So, white privilege, huh?
Face coming down, trying to prevent the layup, but that is just a hard hit. That's definitely going to be up.
This mustardy-ass Dijon bimbo wearing a terrible blonde wig is upset and screams white privilege because she received a foul and was immediately ejected from the game for assaulting Sophie Cunningham. I'm just curious, is this when the white privilege kicked in while you were clotheslining her on the court? No, I'm just going to say it because everybody's thinking it. It's because of black privilege that she's able to post something like this on the internet and reap no consequences whatsoever. Most certainly not from the league. They're not going to do that. But God forbid Sophie Cunningham, if the roles were reversed, were to post something like this online. She probably would be removed from the league.
And then Stephanie White went to the press conference podium. And Stephanie White stood at that podium and defended Dijonai Carrington. Let that land with its complete and documented weight.
Get this toxic garbage out of the league. Stop acting like Sophie Cunningham committed a hate crime. Karma? That's what you're saying? Karma? She gets her head taken off because she said she doesn't think biological males should play in women's sports? You can disagree, you can not like what Sophie said, but get a hold of yourselves. Dijonai
business to show it through her actions and her words consistently throughout this entire season. The question now actively circulating in the basketball community is whether Clark will demonstrate the same visible and specific advocacy for Cunningham that Cunningham has consistently demonstrated for Clark. Or fine follows from what the officiating crew assessed as flagrant 2-level contact will communicate something specific and important about how seriously the WNBA treats this category of physical contact and have not produced in analogous situations throughout this season. The basketball community is watching that review process with pointed and completely earned skepticism about what the outcome will be. At the podium and defended the opposing player who drew blood from one of her own players. That is documented. It happened. Continuing their head coach stand at a press conference and defend the player who just put their teammate on the floor bleeding are drawing their own conclusions about what this scaled with flagrant level force. She got up bleeding. The opposing player was ejected. The head coach went to the podium and defended the other team. That is the documented sequence of events. That is the institutional betrayal at the coaching level that this situation has produced. The Indiana Fever organization has a responsibility to respond to it with the seriousness, the specificity, and the urgency that the situation demands. The one player on this roster who has protected Caitlin Clark all season was put on the floor bleeding from the mouth. Her coach defended the other team at the podium. Every accountability conversation that needs to happen in the aftermath of this game begins with that documented fact and must be measured honestly against it.